Here with manager Lando Rosen. What's good, man?
What's going on, man?
All right, grand open of Pivot Boxing Academy. They said this was all you. What was your motivation behind it?
Well, it's not all me. It's a team effort. It was my vision. Us having the amount of fighters we have under the Pivot Boxing banner, we needed our own spot. It couldn't be a small spot. We have a huge stable of professional fighters, huge stable of amateur fighters. We needed a place that was about this size. And this was a vision down from the equipment to the colors on the wall, and this is what we needed to do. Is what we did. So there's a grand opening. We appreciate everybody that came around today.
How long did it take?
To build this place, it took about 7 months of hard work, working 7 days a day, 7 days a week. Maybe 16, 18 hours a day. I wasn't going to be denied. My goal was to open February 1st, and we accomplished it.
How long have you been managing fighters? Or did you train fighters before?
Yes, I trained fighters for a long time. I took a break from boxing for a few years, and then about 5 years ago I came back and decided to create Pivot Boxing along with Rashad Brown. We started just with 1 or 2 fighters, and the ball just kept running. We have pretty much the biggest stable of fighters probably in the whole East Coast. Everybody has a winning record. Everybody is very active. And in the last 5 years, we have been back-to-back, and been nominated back-to-back, and won on Manager of the Year in the state. So obviously, we're doing our job, we're getting our guys busy. Over at Pivot Boxing, we work for our boxers. Our boxers don't work for us. Our job is to put the fighters in the best position possible for them to have a future after boxing, and that's what we do.
What made you transition from training to management?
Well, I still train fighters. I just felt like a manager had a bigger job role, and me having all the connections that I have and all the contacts in the business and the knowledge of the business, I figured I'd be more effective, not only training my fighters, but also managing my fighters.
How many fighters do you have under your umbrella right now?
Well, under the umbrella, we have right now 18 active fighters. Actually, today we just signed four more fighters today. That will bring the total to 22. And I'm still in negotiation with another 2 fighters. So my goal is by the end of this year we have 30 fighters under our umbrella. 30 fighters that can fight. Actually, we work with talent. We work with guys that want to work, hard workers. And like I always say, we always the A side, no matter where we're going to fight. My goal is to be at 30 by the end of the year, and we're well within pace to do that.
Do you have any fighters with upcoming fights?
Yes. Actually, I have Rashid Johnson fighting on February 14th on Valentine's Day over at the 2300 Arena. Yeah. That same night, I also have Brandon Mullins, middleweight, fighting at the 2300 Arena. That all will be February 14th. Then on March 7th, I have Ryan Umberger fighting at the 2300 Arena. I have a kid by the name of Victor Medina out of Connecticut, also fighting at the 2300 Arena. And I have the Silverback Gorilla, Brandon Robinson, fighting at the 2300 Arena. That's March 7th. March 14th, Rashid Johnson will come back to fight over at the Sands Casino in Bethlehem.
Yeah. Sound like you're busy, man.
We're always busy, man. Like I always say, we're the business team in the business. My guys fight an average of, they healthy, 6, 7, 8 times a year, each guy. Time that by 20 plus fighters. No card happens in Philly if there's not a Pivot Boxing fighter in it. And that's what we wanted. If you want to be active, you want to move your career the right way, move it forward, this is the team you got to be with.
Sure. All right. Now that you have major networks backing boxing, do you feel like that's good or bad for the sport?
I think it's good for the sport. Now, I just don't think it's as necessary as it used to be because of social media. You have a lot of networks showing fights live on Facebook, or Instagram, and I think it's a positive thing, but it's only a positive thing if the fighters are getting paid accordingly. It's not a good thing if all the networks are making the money and paying the fighters peanuts. When I negotiated a contract with my fighters, we're gonna get paid accordingly. you want us on your show. We know what we're worth. We know what you're making. We just want to get paid accordingly. We just want to be fair. So a lot of networks are doing that. They're taking care of their fighters. A lot are not. So, if you see us on a major network, it's because that network is taking care of us.
Do you feel like fans and media don't really know what goes on behind the scenes in boxing? 'Cause they accuse a lot of fighters of ducking, but in actuality, it's more business than anything.
Yes, a lot of times, you do have fighters that duck other fighters. You have fighters that are managed or trained by their pop or their grandma, and they don't want to fight anybody. They want to build up to 15-0, 20-0, fighting no one you ever heard of. So that type of fighter will duck any fighter that has any type of skills. Now, here's the other side. There's a lot of fighters that are tied up to promoters that underpay them. And if I could make $50,000 fighting a guy that has no amateur experience, a 500 record, if I have the choice to fight him for $50,000 and I have the choice to fight a guy that's 20-0, all knockouts, I mean, it's common sense.
Yeah.
So it's more business. I think it's more business than actually ducking.
Negotiating a network deal or a promotional contract, what exactly as a manager are you looking for?
I'm looking for fairness. Slavery is over. You understand? A fighter needs to understand that he can never give up his right to negotiate. So even if I sign a promotional deal with someone or a network deal, I want to be able to look at the contract, make adjustments, and at least be able to go to the table and discuss. When I get a contract that states this is it, take it or leave it, nine times out of 10 I'll leave it. So I look for fairness. I look for benefits for my guy. I look for my guys who, boxing is a short career. You don't box forever. So again, my job is to grab the guys and try to allow them to make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time possible. So what I look for is, like I said, fairness, ability to negotiate. That's very important. A lot of people give up their negotiating power when they sign a contract.
All right, so what is the process? The promoter brings you a list of names, or he brings you one name, and you can either accept it or decline it, or how does that work?
Well, I don't know how it works with anyone else. The way it works with me, and this is what I mean about negotiating. The way it works with Pivot Boxing is the promoter would never force me to fight anybody. He will make me an offer. He'll say, hey, listen, there's such and such, there's 2 guys, 3 guys, we can fight any one of these guys. Then me as a manager, I still don't pick fights among fighters. I'll go to the trainer if I'm not training him. And I talk to the trainer, who do you think? The trainer knows the fighter better than anyone else. Who are we gonna pick? We make the decision, we go back to the promoter, that's what we want. Then we'll sit down and negotiate, the money part of it.
Okay. What's your take on promoters trying to go directly to fighters with deals and such? Is that how business is done, or?
Promoters, a management deal has nothing to do with a promoter's deal. Promoters talk to me. I do all the negotiating for my fighters. Again, that's the way I do business. I don't know how the next person does business. My contract states that I will negotiate all your deals. So you want to talk to one of my fighters, you're a promoter that's interested in one of my fighters, we can go down to the table, you show me what you got. If it's something that we're interested in, then I'll go to the fighter and I'll bring the fighter to the table. We'll have a second meeting. But the right way to do, because of respect, you should go to the manager.
Do you feel like right now, as far as Philly boxing goes, this is the best it's been in a while?
Definitely not. I believe it's probably the worst it's been in a while. The problem with Philly is, Philly has enough talent to run the country. But Philly fighters are destroying each other. Philly fighters are fighting Philly fighters. So now instead of having 3 top contenders on the same weight division for Philly, you might have 1 because they already beat each other. So you have a million gyms, you have no support. Philly's supposed to be the city of brotherly love, and it's actually a city of hate. You cannot see anyone else doing well, You know, when I started in this, I asked a lot of questions. You know, if I don't know something, I look around. I know who's doing what I want to do. Instead of hating on that person, I go to that person. I ask. I say, hey, listen, how do you do this? You know, how do you do that? How can I make this happen? You know, instead of finding out by myself, I'm making mistakes along the way. You know, and that's the problem with a lot of people. You know, instead of being happy for the next person, they're hating. They pray for that person's fall. You know, that's why my circle is small. You know, I keep it within the family, and that's it. You know, I mean, I support whoever supports me, but from our part, there's no hate for anybody. If you're from Philly, we support you. Bottom line, unless you're gonna fight one of my guys. You understand me? Then it's gonna, you know, it is what it is.
I like that, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.